everyone, welcome to the new video. So today we will see how we will do the deployment on a Minikube cluster. So let's go. As you know, already had a Docker file that day, and what we need to do first step is if we go, we need to build a Docker file. Then once the Docker file is available, it's built and it's pushed to the repository, we can use that Docker file to pull that image, and that image we can use in our deployment, and then we can deploy and on a cluster. So that's what we'll do. So first, as you can see, we build the Docker file inside the Docker folder, and I have already done git clone. Now I need to directly just put my docker build command. So I'll do docker build -f because my docker file is not on the root, so I have to give the path where my docker file is, and tagging part, so I'm giving my app hyphen version 1, and then the build context, like it is the current, so that's why I have to give dot, and I'll do docker build. So as you can see, and my docker file is just the hello world, so it's done. Now if I see, I don't have to do docker push, but if you want to push it to docker hub, then you, so that it's available. So right now this, if I want to push it to, to Docker Hub so that it's available for everyone. So you can see it's not available now because I haven't pushed it yet to the Docker Hub. But I'll do it. So now I need to push it to Docker Hub. So I'll tell you the commands. First of all, you have to do Docker tag. So why you have to do Docker tag? Because we need to create the Docker repository. Okay, and then after that, once we create the Docker repository in Docker Hub, inside that repository, our images, all the version, all the tags will go. So that's why we need to like give that what we want to, like your username of Docker Hub, and then same you can give version 1. So this will do tagging, and once tagging is done, so I'm not running, you have to give your Docker Hub because I've already pushed. Then after tagging is done, you have to do Docker push, and just whatever Docker Hub username you have given, so it will be your Docker Hub username slash my app version 1. That's it. After this, before this, you should be clear that you are logged in into Docker. So Docker login should be there. If you are not logged in, then do Docker login, giving your username and password. Once that is done, you'll be able to push your image in Docker Hub. So so you can see like this with name, it has been created. Inside this name, we will have the tags of that Docker image. So same, your username will be created, and inside that, which image, and then what are the version, what are the tags of that image that is available, that will be done. So now my image is created and everything. Now I'll use the same image. So now I need to update my, image over here in the deployment.yaml. So that I have done. Once the image is updated, then, I'll try to deploy this YAML on Minikube cluster. So right now it is done, and so now I did kubectl apply -f and the deployment YAML. But you can see there is error parsing the YAML. And what is the error, if you can find? So this error occurs. So if you can see that a YAML is not correct, the indentation and all. So we need to correct this in order to run. So let's do correction. So after doing the changes of, deployment of the indentation. We just did kubectl apply -f, and you can see that deployment -f my app got created. So if I see kubectl get pods, so you can see that there are two, my app pods created because there were two replicas, but both of them are going into like they are not running properly, they are going into crash loopback state. Okay, so it is going in crash loopback state because in our Docker file we have just cmd echo hello world. So it will just echo hello world and it will just die. The container will exit. So that's why our pod has been created, and it once the thing, once it echoed hello world, if we do kubectl log, we'll see hello world. If another one also, if we print, it's fine. If we copy and paste it, again it will do, you know, hello world, and that's it. So the job is done. That's why the container got exited. That's why both the pods are container created. Once their job is done, they exit it, and that's why uh, it's not showing in running status anymore. So this is how we do. And once there is a full-fledged application, we'll try to apply all the YAMLs and see how it works. So that's all for today's video. I hope it's helpful. Please let me know your views in the comment section. Till then, take care. Bye.